Ready? Okay. So I'm going to give you a breakdown of jazz chords. The way that you look at jazz chords is they're just like regular chord shapes of major, minor, and dominant, and you're adding in the seventh note in there. So the major seventh, if you look on page, right now it's page 44, but it's called chord shapes, and they have the most common chord voicings on the curriculum. So I'll hop over here to major sevenths. I'll do them all in A. So this is the first voicing. Now, what I'm doing here is pointer finger on the 5th fret of the low E string, D string, 6th fret, G string, 6th fret, B string, 5th fret. And I am muting I'm muting the A string and muting the high E string on this particular voicing. This is movable. So right now this is A major 7. Now I'm going to make a C major 7. It's movable. E major 7. Nice pretty tone. All right, now we're going to do major 7s, but starting on the A string. So that was a major 7 voicing starting on the low E string. Now, starting on the A string, we're going to set up like we're doing a power chord. Take that middle one, slide it back one. So if we're doing it we'll do this one in D. So D, 5th fret on the A string, 7th fret on D string, 6th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the B string. And then again, we mute these top 2 strings for this one. Nice pretty tone. So that's D major 7, that's G major 7, this is C major 7. Cool. All right, now let's do minors. Minor 7th, they're shown by in major 7ths they have triangles. They say major 7th or MAJ 7. Minor 7ths are minus, or they say MIN 7, or they just say minor 7th. Now we'll do the first one. Starts in low E string. So this particular voicing has the 5th. Often in jazz chords you don't play the 5th in there. What I mean by the 5th is the scale degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 5th scale degree. Oftentimes in jazz you don't play that. I can't remember why, because I haven't played in the combos in a while, but that was what my jazz instructor told me. But this one's the minor 7th, so 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th, 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 5th on the rest of them. So that's an A minor 7th. Now we're going to do, and that's movable, right? It's basically like playing a minor chord. Just lift off your pinky finger. There's a little bit of color to it. All right, minor 7th. So if you go find D, and if you play a minor chord, you lift off your ring finger and you bar these. So we got pointer finger on 5, 7, 5, 6, and then you bar and have that one on the high E string. That's a minor 7th. The easiest way I usually tell people is if you know your minor bar chord, just bar everything and then take off your pinky finger. That's D minor 7th. This is G minor 7th. E minor 7th. B minor 7th. Okay, cool. So that's your minors. Now for your dominant 7ths. These are fun. I'm gonna not play the 5th on this 1/7 chord just because my hand's a little crampy today. So this is a dominant 7th, which if you think of like your C7 or your G7 down here in your open chords, it's kind of a gritty sound. It's your G7, kind of twangy. In these jazz chords, they're not going to sound quite as twangy, but again, these are movable. So we'll go. I'm just going to play those 4 notes. So we're going 5th fret, skip a string. We're going to mute the A string. 5th fret, 6th fret, 5th fret, mute the high E. That's A dominant 7th. D 7th, B, G. All right, cool. Next one. This is on the A string dominant 7ths. So it's kind of like playing majors, but we just lift off the ring finger completely, but we're playing major. A lot of the ones on the low E string are a completely different type of voicing. On the A string, they're all easily pre-relative to a typical bar chord or a typical power chord. So it's kind of a zigzag pattern is how I look at it for these fours. So we're 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret. That's the 4 I usually use and be at the top, but you technically can get that high one. So zigzag, zigzag. So anyway, that's your dominant 7ths. Now in relation to songs, first things first is to just learn those and memorize them. So when I say, hey, here's an A major 7, I want you to be able to play an A minor 7, play an A dominant 7. You can play all of them. Or say, okay, play G major 7, play D minor 7, now play C 7, back to G major 7. So if you want to do a 2-5-1, we're going to do A minor 7, D dominant 7, G major 7, 2, 5, 1. There's another 2-5-1, except in B. I guess A, sorry. This one's in B. It's the most common turnaround in jazz. But for this one, Fly Me to the Moon, we're in the key of C, so we're going to be doing a lot of that. Anyway, that's the majority of the chords. So you'll be able to, once you learn all those 6 chords, be able to play Fly Me to the Moon up to 4, 5 measures in. Then the dominants, we'll worry about that later. So if you want to skip ahead and go find that, go ahead. But Fly Me to the Moon, learn that with this. That's the chords to jazz chords.